Demand has been strong during the first quarter for the restaurants, the catering and takeaway market. People have prioritized restaurant visits and served meals in their day-to-day lives. As a consequence, we are reporting levels of record sales for our offering of dining and food packaging solutions. We can see that high demand in our market is in contrast with the consumer market at large. With higher inflation and interest rates, people seem to await larger expenses, such as renovations and buying cars, while still prioritizing served meals in their everyday life. Customers today, wholesalers and restaurant owners demand sustainable dining and food packaging solutions, as well as several different solutions to support people's varying needs of meals during a day. Higher volumes during the quarter shows that our widened assortment of solutions has met those needs, where people eat more often and in many ways.
Sales during the first quarter increased by 24% versus last year, and the revenue in itself is actually higher versus pre-COVID levels, 2019, for the first quarter. And in fact, I think it's fair to say that we actually see a normalization throughout our financial results. Looking on the operating margin, it doubled from 3.6% to 6.9%. However, if you look on the gross margin, it's slightly below the levels we saw in 2019 before the COVID. And this is explained by high inflationary pressure, which we work with the price compensation measures, of course. In absolute terms, we presented the strongest Q1 historically. So bearing in mind that this is actually a seasonal week result, I think it's fair to say that we now see a strong comeback in the HoReCa market, the hotels, restaurants and catering. Business area Duni, focusing on dining solutions, grew by 34% for the first quarter, basically supported by all markets. If we look on business area BioPak, focusing on sustainable food packaging solutions, grew by 11%, and we saw a very strong development in Australia. We can also see that our continuous efforts in the first quarter has paid off in securing our internal efficiency. One way of looking at that is looking at the indirect cost as share of sales. We can also see that we have had very good productivity increases in our production facilities. We also continue our efforts in securing our sustainability targets. One example of that is to move sourced articles outside of Europe into Europe where it's closer to its consumption, and that goes for cardboard, for instance.
Looking at the future, sustainability has an increasingly large impact on everything we do, not least within our industry. Our ambitions to become circular at scale has rendered numerous improvements throughout our operations and will continue to do so. I'm therefore extra glad to see that the general increase of the use of plastic during the COVID-19 pandemic has started to decrease again. During the first quarter, we can see that our use of virgin fossil plastic decreased to index 70 with a target of 50 in 2025. Correspondingly, we can also see that the demand has shifted from plastic to fiber-based products. Our vision is clear. We want to be the sustainability leader in our industry, driven by innovation and operational performance.